So I want to convert this. Let's start with hi friends. Hi friends. Let's start to convert this mixer. So this mixer has a very old belt-driven system. Like if you watch history documentaries about factories, how they were running, they were always having those belts everywhere. This is the same idea. This thing was here, and it has this belt. And you can see that it is a bit fucked. So because it had such a long belt, I had to take this old engine that is on, that was hanging like here. I already took it off, and it was just terrible because it was like bouncing around and just terrible. So I bought a new engine because this is spinning too fast. This spins at 2800 RPMs, and the new one spins at 1400. What really helps, because the old wheel was like this big and this one is quite small, so if I keep the old engine, this will spin really fast and then you get like the concrete flying in your face. So this hinge was already here, and I made the bracket for the new engine. Nothing special, it's just a plate. Let's see if you can see my welding. So let's put that here. No. Okay, so that's on. Now the engine. Do I have the bolts? Yes, I have the bolts. Okay. Oh, la, 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 la. I always have like half a supermarket in my pockets. Sometimes, ow! That's also part of it. So I got this engine from the, how do you say that, from the trash. Well, it's a very small price, and all is good about it. It's 800 watts, almost a kilowatt, sort of enough. The only problem was it had like a very big pulley here that I had to take off, and it was like a total nightmare. So for the cement mixer, I bought a new engine, second hand, and it has a pulley on it that I have to take off, but I don't have the tool for that, so I'm trying to make it. So it's quite a simple system. You have a bolt in the middle, and then I will have a sliding bolt here that grabs the pulley. So I try to make everything as straight as possible. Some cheap leftover stuff, and this is a big bolt. So what it does is like the middle bolt, this bolt will go here, and here I'll have a hook that goes around it to start pulling it, because this has to go off, it's too big. Otherwise the cement mixer is turning too fast. So yeah, let's get welding. I grinded the chrome off this thing, so it is not that toxic anymore. So now I let it cool down. Then I hope this still screws proper. Just a little bit of the sparks on it, of course. I have many of those bolts. I just wanted to protect the nut. That was more important. But yeah, the nut seems to work. I think there's here like a little whatever. And I bolted the sides just to keep it a bit more straight. Seems good. So I'm gonna weld it again, because this was a 2mm electrode, because it's a very small corner, and now I go over it with like 2.5, and I maybe add here like reinforcement. We'll see if that's needed, I don't know, or maybe on the inside even. We'll see. So this genius didn't think about how to clean the slack off there, so I have to figure that all out. So an old drill bit, I guess. Focus. So the weld looks quite nice. This side is, no, it's also okay. Inside is less pretty. It's not that bad. So yeah, we'll just weld again a couple of times. And then it should be good enough for like gears that are not too tight. Then I don't have to constantly like go to some guy to borrow his stuff, you know. So let's continue. If you're hearing a lot of noise, it's seriously storming here, so. So I decided to take the disc from angle grinders. I seem to have a lot of them. And now they're adjustable like this. There's not much play this way, but I think it fits. Let's see. Does not. The bolts are too short. Didn't think of that. So here's some different bolts. It's not the easiest system, but I think it should work. We'll see. So it starts to pull on both sides. Let's move you a bit backwards. Not much happening. This one starts to move that way, you see. Okay. I think it would be better if those are not moving. Right? Like, this sucks. This thing was holding, so. Okay. Let me think again and then we'll get to the next try. Let's just try it again. Same system. That won't work. No, this failed. I think I'm just gonna spend the bucks because I start to damage this pulley. I don't need it, but in the past I was successful with this, but I guess this one is quite tight on it or whatever, I don't know. I could heat it up. We'll see. I could make some type of back plate, but because then I would be pulling a little bit straighter, but yeah, I don't know. I will just get the parts because I'm now just fucking around and yeah, it sucks. So I came back. I always walk away if something goes a bit wrong or slow, because if I'm impatient then I always start banging, so you know. So I made a back plate that fits exactly here, so I think we will be pulling straighter. So yeah, let's go for it. I hope my bolt is long enough. It looks better. I only have like a centimeter left, but okay. So my bolt starts to bend, this one. I will show you. And thus everything starts to bend a bit. So aluminium is expanding 3 times more than steel. Not sure how long this is gonna take, and maybe just the heating up will free the pulley. Not by expansion, but because there's like, I don't know, grease or whatever. So let me see if I. Oh, that's hard to move, film. You see, it's for a third out, but yeah, my bolt is completely in now. So, okay, let me battle a bit more, make a new setup, and we'll get it off. Ah, there we go again. I added the ring and I screwed the bolt completely in, so I should have like a centimeter more. Should be enough. Because for some reason easy. But it's a bit scary. No, this is good. I can see it moving. Come on. I fully stripped my bolt. Proper, so I can throw this away. But it does work. I don't know how those cheap bearing pullers on the internet will work. If this is way stronger and it doesn't. So what are we gonna do now? It should actually fall off. Okay, let's see if I can get it off. I have an idea. I'm freaking MacGyver. Should give me a little bit more. Why? This should work, right? Why not? Come on. Do it again. Hoppa. Pure hell. It's off. And I will show you that first. And then you can get back to me. And maybe I already have this a bit further. Maybe not. They never show you this part on YouTube. The struggle. They only show you like a very fast struggle, but especially in homesteading, everything goes slow. Everything is terribly hard. It's much harder than you think. Nothing is easy. That's why people specialize in things instead of homesteading, where you try to do everything. It's actually quite dumb to be a homesteader. Okay. I had the fourth bolt. Come on. Yes. Perfect. So I screwed it on. Let me show you. So basically it's just a simple plate. 2 screws are tight, should be enough for a test. And I have the feeling that it is leaning a little bit, like the engine is a little bit like this, right? Is it me? It's hard to see, because like the concrete mixer is also something like this. So yeah, let's first try and see, and after that I will try to align the engine a bit. That will help with the belt, the V belt, to have a little bit more grip. But I think this should work. So it's all installed. Engine is solid. Hey. What a dog. There is nothing in it. So let's try. Seems to work. So the only problem it had is it didn't want to start up with the load. It started just without actually turning. That tends to be the condensator. Like it was turning in the garage, but it was without the load, and it's quite a high load, so I expected I needed a higher condensator, but this is the only one that I could find, because I always in the city I always check the trash. So if you see people at the trash, just say hi, it's probably me. So yeah, I bought a new one. I don't know where I put it now, because it's not this one. Yeah, here I got. So I'm going from, is it? Yeah. So I'm going from 16 microfarad. I don't know. It always says UF. And this is 16. What is lowish for a kilowatt engine? Like it's okay if there was no load on the machine, but there's quite a high load on the machine, so you need a higher starting power. So you need a bigger condensator. So this is 50, so that's yeah, roughly 3 times. Let's try. I never know why it has 4 of them. I should Google that, but I'm just gonna try. If it explodes, it explodes. Let's see. That didn't help. Maybe I should. Maybe I should read the instructions, but let's first try. I don't like reading. Okay, that's not working. Let's use both on one side. Maybe that is the trick. Because actually the smaller condensator was working better. Doesn't seem to do shit. Ja, skurve. Last try. Nope. So I'm gonna read the instructions. So there are no instructions. They probably expect people to know what they're doing. But I have a second one. That's like no nice connectors, but let's see anyway. This is the moment that you realize you have no idea what you're doing. So I cannot figure this out quickly. So I keep the old one on it for now. Like, the reason I don't know is normally the engine always already has the condensator, so you just replace it with the same one. But here I have to figure it out myself. So that's a little bit trickier, but I tend to do that after I'm done with everything. I'm tired, I'm laying on the couch, then I start googling. So yeah, so that's done. I want to remove those things because it's a bit dangerous that they're spinning around. One. Two. This one's completely bent for some reason. Alright, so that's done. This is working. So let's do the next step. Let me see if I calculated it correct, like the speed of how fast this should turn. Because I took the old diameter of the small pulley and the big pulley, then you get a certain ratio. I think that one was like the circumference, oh that's a tough word, was 19, and then of the big one was 2 meters, something like 240. It's not important, but the ratio is important. So it was roughly 1 in 12, and this mixer was always turning too quick, so I wanted to go a little bit slower. So I wanted to, let's make it 20% slower. So if 1 to 12 and you make it 20% slower, then you need to make it 1 in 14. So if the engine spins one time, no, the other way around. If the engine spins 14 times, then the big one turns once. And then you already reduce the RPMs from 1400 to 100. What is not bad. So then the next step is, there are here teeth. And they tend to have 12 teeth in Poland, or 14, but most of the times 12. Now you have to count those teeth, and then you can calculate how fast the mixer is turning. So let's count it together. Let me put you pretty, yes. So try to count this. time this is on the top, it's 1 RPM. It should be, a mixer is around 20 times a minute, so like it should spin like in 3 seconds. It should make 1 circle, something like that. Like the most important thing is that the concrete in it falls down when you're mixing it, because then it's actually mixing. Otherwise it's like a washing machine that just spins the clothes to the outside of the drum. So yeah, so let's try. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe it's still a bit quick. I think it is quite okay. I don't know, I have to count it in the replay of the video, but it's all good. And this engine is way quieter. The last one was, I could hear it in the forest. So that works. Next step I wanted to do is here. Let me show you. If you can see it. Oh, I have to take you. So it's hard to film here, but I'm in the mixer, and that is the central bearing. What was super dirty, and it's still a bit on the dirty side. So I'm gonna try to clean it, and I think I have to do that without you. Okay. So that's better. It's, by the way, a really good coupler. Like most couplers are really shitty and they leak grease like it did here, to be honest. But at least it pushes it always through. I don't know the brand. Made in South Africa, so that's not super common. Bepco, good brand. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will put in text what I did with the engine, because I have to figure it out. It's gonna take some time. Yeah. And it works. Like those wheels are obviously not working anymore, but I lift the whole thing up with the tractor and I just put it where I want it. I don't use those wheels anymore, so yeah, all done. So thanks, and subscribe or not, you know the deal. Yeah, that's it. Another thing done. So a little bonus round. I figured out the electrical issue, and I just had to persuade the cable that was a bit too long. I pushed it in and Yeah, then the connection became a little bit bad, so I opened it again, made the cable a little bit shorter, and then everything worked fine. I also painted the electrical, the engine mount, and I gave the condensator a stable spot. It's just now screwed to the plate. So yeah, everything's working. Let me plug it in and then you can see it turn. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna try to still make an even heavier, to even install a heavier condensator, because it now starts up quickly, but I still have to take off the belt. And yeah, it shouldn't be necessary, but maybe it's because this is quite a big concrete mixer. This is very heavy. It just needs a tiny bit of speed. And maybe it's because it's only 800 watts and not 1.5 kilowatt. That would be maybe better, but yeah. All in all, it works fine. So, thanks for watching. If you didn't click away already. Yeah, so thanks for watching.